Priscilla here, and today I decided to catch you up on my yearly goals. I tend to write out my yearly goals obviously at the beginning of January, and I generally do physically write them out because I feel like it helps me commit to them a bit more. And I sort of keep track of them throughout the year, especially on the blog. I do post semi-regular monthly updates on where I'm at with my goals. That's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit this year, but I thought today was the day to kind of just think about it, sit down, and figure out where my goals are. It's now July, so it's been a good solid 7 months, and I've been kind of on top of things. I've really managed to keep track of things. So I have my bullet journal here where I wrote down this year's goals, because part of my process for this year was using a bullet journal, which I'm going to have a follow-up video. It's been a while since I've done a bullet journal video. I am probably going to be using, well, I will be using a more traditional planner for the coming academic year while finishing up my bullet journal as kind of like a brainstorming notebook. Just because I am at a place right now where I need that, but that's a conversation for a different video, so stay tuned. Eventually, that'll happen. So for yearly goals, I had planned on being a more conscious consumer and budgeting a bit better, reading all 7 Harry Potter books, and I just filmed a video that will be probably coming up in the next week about my current experience, because I have since started reading those. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I wanted to kind of do a reflection on that. I also wanted to read at least 3 classics from my to-be-read shelf, which is probably not happening. And I wanted to save for a trip to take some time this year, which also may probably not happen, but we'll see. Then I also was focusing on my health, so I wanted to focus on either eating a mostly paleo diet, because I have found that my body tends to do pretty well on that, especially because I have hypothyroidism. There are certain factors involving gluten that maybe I don't have necessarily celiac disease, but the gluten may affect, so I've been focusing on a more paleo lifestyle. Not 100%, but it's been helpful. So I had planned on focusing on that, as well as maybe doing another Whole30. That might be happening next month. And I had also wanted to reread a couple of series, the Julia Gray series by Deanna Rayburn and the Outlander series. That has not happened. I did try to reread Julia Gray, and I was not in love with it. Not the way that I had been in the past. So my plan had been to reread it to see whether it was worthy of staying on my shelves. Part of, doing the KonMari method and becoming very much into the idea of living with less has been culling my shelves, because while I don't have an exorbitant number of possessions, I do have a fair number of books. Let me turn that off. So, no text. So, I've been culling the shelves, and the Julia Gray series was one of those series where I was a little ambivalent, because I remembered really enjoying it, and I found it inspiring for the historical elements of it as far as the writing. But now that I reread them, I feel like it is just one of those series that you read once and you give to somebody else. So I may very well be passing that series along. I haven't culled it yet because I need to do another major book reorganization of the shelves, but probably it's gonna go out the door. And with Outlander, I just haven't really felt the inkling, the yen, to do it quite yet. I know that I want to reread that series. I've read pieces here and there throughout the years, and I just haven't read the full thing because it is quite large, ever since I think like the 4th book came out, I believe. Could be wrong, but not since college have I read all the books, and that was well before like books 6, 7, and 8 came out. So I've never read them from 1 to 8 in their entirety at all. So that had been the plan. It's probably not going to happen, especially now that I'm rereading Harry Potter. I feel like one reread is probably as ambitious as I'm going to get this year. Maybe next year will be the Outlander year, but right now it's Harry Potter year. And I also had wanted to do yoga at least 4 days a week and focus on strength and flexibility, and I can say that I have been committed to that. I also started doing the Hot Body Sweat Guide and had to stop for the last 2 weeks because I had a bit of a health crisis unrelated to exercise. So it wasn't because the plan screwed me up or damaged me in some way. It was just because something else was going on and I had to take a break. So I'm going to go back on that. I've really been enjoying that program. It's really good and very customizable. Not sponsored, not affiliated, nothing going on here. It's just a program I like. But yes, I have been focusing on yoga. I do feel my flexibility increasing. I feel a lot stronger. And it's something that I feel has just become part of my life from here on out. So we'll see how that continues. Going back to conscious consumerism though, because that's a much bigger topic, I do feel that I have become a much more aware consumer. I definitely think about every purchase in a way that I never did before. And KonMari is partly responsible for that, but also just my renewed interest in living with less and being less wasteful in both money and resources. I am probably never going to be a zero waster just because that's a lifestyle that is a little too difficult for me in my current circumstances. I do, however, try to reduce as much as I can, and I like it. I like living simply, and I like living in a very holistic way. So it's just become part of my lifestyle and it's become very natural to me. So when I buy clothes, I'm very conscious of, do I have something similar? Am I really going to wear this? Is this a good investment? Will I wear this for the next few years? Or when I buy an accessory, when I buy something for the house. So definitely something that I think about more in a much more deliberate manner than I used to in the past. So I think that's just become second nature to me now, and it will be a process going forward. So I'll keep you guys updated on that as it goes. But in the meantime, yeah, that's where I'm at. So most of my goals are underway. Some of them have been left aside. As far as writing, I didn't really write myself much of a writing goal. I knew already that I had plans for writing. I didn't make them, you know, like anything too lofty. I really just wanted to focus on really polishing one manuscript and writing something completely new. I'm in the middle of both. So I could say that I'm making progress there, not as fast as I would like to, but life intervenes. So that's just the thing. But that is all I have. I'll do a bullet journal update probably at the end of the month if I remember and get around to filming that video, but videos should be coming along more regularly. I did finish my promotion stuff, so that's good. That's all turned in, so my life should be settling into more of a rhythm. I hope. Fingers crossed. Soon. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.